President Biden still standing firm on the August 31st Afghanistan evacuation date. At least 250 Americans remain trapped in Afghanistan, running out of time as the deadline is only a few hours away. The U.S. insisting the Taliban will not block them from leaving the country. Joining me now, Pennsylvania Congressman, Foreign Affairs Committee member and Small Business Committee member Dan Meuser. Congressman, thank you for being here this morning. You're trying to get this date pushed back. Can you tell us more about that effort on your behalf, on your part, rather?
Sure thing, Dagan. Nice to be with you. Yes, the August 31st date was set by the Taliban. It seems that everyone in America, most of the military, members of Congress, Republican and Democrat, are all aware of that. And it's a very arbitrary date. It's very unhelpful. It's caused mass problems, as we've seen, all kinds of rushing at the airports. Our screening process is certainly suspect. The number of equipment and helicopters and airplanes and weapons we've left behind is unbelievable. But we have hundreds of Americans still there. And Dagan, on top of that, I've been working quite a bit on veterans, combat veterans, interpreters, and others, allies who are stuck over there with their families. And this cutting back on access to the airport is very, very troubling, to say the least. Along with there's some religious groups that are still there that have not gotten out. So this thing must be extended. And President Biden needs to inform the Taliban, not ask, tell them that it needs to be extended.
What about those individuals, Afghan allies? Do they face a certain death once our troops are gone from the Taliban?
They tell us they do. They tell us they do. They say they already have lists, they meaning the Taliban. They have been knocking on doors, imprisoning people. Of course, you heard of the unbelievably irrational, nonsensical decision that we gave the Taliban a list of Americans. So there continues to be very bad decision making. But yes, they inform us they are in fear for their lives and have minimal access to the airports.
Yesterday, Maria spoke with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy on Sunday Morning Futures about the August 31st evacuation deadline. Congressman, just listen to this, and I'll get your reaction.
There are hundreds and could be thousands of Americans that are going to get left behind in Afghanistan. The State Department has made a decision that the 31st is the deadline. They're allowing Taliban to dictate our foreign policy. And what has happened here, we're watching Americans being left behind, but administration knowingly making that decision. There's no excuse why this deadline has not been extended. The Speaker has got to call us back in.
Congressman, your reaction to that?
Well, I'll tell you, I saw Leader McCarthy yesterday. I've got a couple of texts from him during the day. He's certainly working very hard and being demanding as we can be while we're in the minority. Yesterday on Maria's show, I wish every American saw Michael Waltz as well as Brian Mast talk about precisely this, that this date is unacceptable, that we are leaving Americans behind, that we are leaving allies behind. It's a mark of dishonor. America's honor does matter. We see what's happening with China and other adversaries because of this ridiculous date being set again by the Taliban, and we are leaving Americans behind. So we are looking to, I signed on with Leader McCarthy onto a bill prohibiting the military to leave until all Americans are evacuated. As well, we look to file a petition this week pushing that date off. Speaker Pelosi runs the House. Speaker Pelosi has not called us back, which I think is an outrage. So we need accountability here, but most and foremost, we need to get Americans out, very deservingly so, because Dagan, once again, Secretary Blinken is talking about having leverage after this through sanctions. They have leverage. They have our Americans there. They have all the leverage they need to avoid any such sanctions and to continue to run the show. This needs to change.
Yeah, I'll just point out that with Americans left behind, they are essentially hostages. Let's call it what it is. And also, it was the doing of the Biden administration that put the Haqqani network and the head of the Haqqani network in as overseeing security in Kabul. So the Taliban's military chief overseeing the security in Kabul, in that city, is a designated terrorist wanted for questioning in connection with a 2008 attack in Kabul that killed 6 people, including an American citizen. There's essentially a reward for information on this individual, and that's who was running security in Kabul. It's just, Liz Peek, unthinkable.
Well, yeah, the worst case scenario has been.
Liz
yes,
Peek,
Dagan, and
yep, go ahead, Congressman.
You're speaking the truth. We need Americans to know the truth. The ineptitude of this White House is boundless, but we need to start being American, correct this situation. You know, it's one thing after another, not to mention the fact that our southern border is so porous. You know, all of these terribly liberal, weak, woke, if you will, decisions are weakening us internationally, militarily, and economically.
Thank you, Congressman Dan Meuser. Liz, we'll get back to you just shortly. Nice to see you, Congressman.